there, it's Kira, and I am back with my July project share. I have lots of projects and layouts to share today. I'm going to start with the projects because they're kind of big and I want to get them off of my table here. So the first one, this was made, this is actually something I picked up at Joann's. It was super cheap, on sale, and it was just like this, it was natural wood. I kind of stained it a little bit, but it was just natural wood with this galvanized metal, and I really needed a no Celestine sign for our house because people just cannot seem to stop trying to sell us stuff. So I made this no Celestine cut file is available on the Jelly Bean Soup Silhouette store. But yeah, I just did it on some black vinyl and adhered that on. So that I made. This is something I made for Jelly Bean Soup. I have a full tutorial on their website, and I will link everything down below like I usually do. So if you're interested in seeing any details of anything that I've made here, I'll link, if there's a blog post that goes with it, I will link it down below. So this has a full tutorial about how I use cut files and my Cricut to create embroidery patterns. So again, this cut file is available on the Silhouette store for Jelly Bean Soup. I had my Cricut trace around the letters, and then I embroidered it, and then I used the Jelly Bean Soup felt flowers to match it. So that was for Jelly Bean Soup. This is actually, it's a new product for Jelly Bean Soup, and I wanted to test it out to see kind of how it worked and how vinyl went on it. And this is actually my first like vinyl project I had ever made. So I wanted to see I kind of wanted to practice and see how it went. So these are new frames from Jelly Bean Soup. You can pick them up on the Jelly Bean Soup website, or they have them in Joann's stores. Different Joann's carry different products, which I'm sure you're aware. So you just need to kind of check and see if your Joann's has them. My local Joann's does. I don't think they have this size in particular, but they have other sizes there. And the wood, this is just like wood with like white paint basically, but the vinyl goes on it just perfectly. This cut file here, this is actually just something I found on Google Images. It's just a needle and thread, and so I just turned it into a cut file in my Cricut and cut it on some black vinyl. This is another Jelly Bean Soup product. So this base here, you can purchase this on the Jelly Bean Soup website. And again, sometimes they have these in Joann's stores, so you just need to check your local Joann's and see if they have it. This cut file is also Jelly Bean Soup cut file. You can find it on the Silhouette store, and I just did it in white vinyl and adhered it on here. It's because of the rough texture of it, it doesn't stay like super well on there, but it sticks enough that it's not really that big of a deal. I wish I would have did what would be like the negative of the vinyl and then painted this part. But again, I was kind of just practicing because I've never really used a lot of vinyl in my projects, so I was just practicing with that. And I think it turned out really cute, so that's that. And then move on. I'm going to start with this again because it's just bigger. So this is one of my projects for the Cut Shop, and I just want to do an off-the-page project since I've kind of been on a vinyl kick at the moment. But this was actually really easy and super cheap to make. So this board I purchased at Michael's. It is just a natural wood, and I'll link it down below, or actually I think on the blog, the Cut Shop blog, I think I linked it on there. So if you go to the blog, you'll be able to find the link to this. But it was like, I think it was like $5, but then I used like a coupon, so then it ended up being like $2 something. And then I just used just regular acrylic paint and painted the background white and then the frame black so it could match my vinyl. I went with a Christmassy kind of project because I wanted to kind of play along with Scrappy Like a Fox, if you follow her on Instagram, Tracy Fox. She is doing Scrappy Christmas in July, so I wanted to kind of play along with that. And I don't really have a whole lot of Christmas stuff to scrap because I do all that in December. So I decided to make a little project. So I use this. This is a cut file from the Cut Shop. And then this is a font from the Cut Shop. So I just made a little home decor project. So that's my first project from the Cut Shop. So now I'm moving on to all of my layouts for the month. A couple Traveler's Notebook layouts, and then most of them are 8.5 by 11 layouts. So this is another Cut Shop project. I use this shell cut file. I believe it's the Beach Bum cut file is what this comes with. I just printed or cut it out 4 shells and then backed them with some pattern paper, and then just did this little Traveler's Notebook spread with a picture of my son at the beach. And this is in my beach Traveler's Notebook, which I've showed before. So that's that. Now moving on to, okay. So Colorcast Designs, this one is using the Best Friend set. So it comes with this Best Friend acrylic and then these wood veneers, and there's little dogs and stuff. I believe it's sold out right now, and I don't know if she's planning to get it back in the shop, but I wanted to make a layout about Folsom. So I used this cut file from Paige Evans, and this is available on her Facebook group for free. And it is like my favorite cut file ever. So if you really like flowers and dimensional things, then you should definitely go check out her Facebook group, and you can download this cut file. And you can do it, you can make it as big or as small as possible, or as you want. And I just wanted these like little 2-inch flowers. And I picked out some pattern paper. I started with this pattern paper here, which is a Paige Evans paper. It's a 6x6 paper. And I just matched the colors from this paper to some other pattern papers, and that's how I got my color scheme. I started my background, I stitched in the colors of the flowers. So I started with like a cream color over here, and there's like pink, magenta, yellow, teal, and blue. And then I fussy cut a few flowers out of a Pebbles Patio Party paper. So that's what that is. And then I did some splatters in the coordinating colors with some watercolors. So I think it turned out really cute. I'm really happy with how this one came out. And the leaves are just this is just a cut file I had on my Cricut, and I just cut it out in some green paper just to add a little bit more interest to the flowers. This one I have a process video for if you're interested. This is for Colorcast Designs as well. I'm using the Blah 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 acrylic piece here, and I also used my July Citrus Twist kits. So if you're interested in seeing the process and how all this came together, I will link that down below for you. This is also for Colorcast Designs. It's using the Sunday Sketch for Citrus Twist, and if you're part of the Facebook group, you can see all of the sketches that get posted there, and all of the examples of the team members get posted on the Facebook group as well. But I twisted the sketch, so I believe the sketch was meant to go this way, maybe. But I just twisted it, so it worked with my picture and my 8.5 by 11, because it was a 12 by 12 sketch, so I kind of just made it work for this page. And I used 2 different sets for my title. So this surf piece came in the Beach Days set, and then the Shenanigans piece came in the Birthday Shenanigans set. And I really like the pop of yellow, and I like the alliteration of my title, the Surf Shenanigans. I just think it's really cute, and it's just a picture of my son at the beach. The next few are from my guest design spot, Pretty Little Studio. This is the last month I'm guest designing for them, and this first one, I went with kind of this monochromatic theme. So this cut file is a Paige Evans cut file. I backed it with this I watercolored some paper and made it like ombre, so it starts out light blue and goes to darker blue. I just made this page about my son's making, they call them Cristabis, or Rice Krispie treats, but they call them Cristabis, so just made a page about that. This one is also for Pretty Little Studio. I don't know why I decided to do a pineapple, but I just wanted to kind of make it a fun summary page. So I found this pineapple. It's just I just did a Google image search for pineapple, and then I just turned it into a cut file. I backed it with some yellow paper and some green paper, and then hand stitched around it. And then added some of these flowers, which I fussy cut out from the papers. And this picture, just me and my youngest son doing some goofy little selfies on my phone there. This one, I really wanted to do this kind of like make it look like toy blocks as my title, so I did the word play, and I just picked a font from my computer, and then cut this all on my Cricut, and then I did kind of a rainbow scheme as well, so red, orange, yellow, green, blue. I don't like purple, so I usually try and like do rainbows without purple. And then I just color blocked all of my embellishments on here as well, and that's how that one came out. I also did some cards for Pretty Little Studio, but I don't have those here too. That was my last blog post, and I'll leave all those blog posts down below if you're interested. Now on to my wild hair kits. I do have a process video for this one using my wild hair kit, so I'll link that down below if you're interested. I think it turned out really cute. I like this one a lot. This one is using the sketch, the Wild Hair Kit sketch. We have a sketch every month. The sketches are created by our design team members. Usually Claire is the one that creates them, but we open it up to anybody in the team that wants to create a sketch can. But the last few have been created by Claire, and they've all been really great. So I use that sketch to create this layout, and I do have a blog post on this one, so I'll link that down below. This one, again, using my wild hair kits, I do have a process video for this one. I think this turned out really cute. Again, this is using that really cute Paige Evans cut file, the flower. Instead of enamel dots for the centers, I used these wood buttons because these were in my kit. And so I thought they would be a cute touch to do like the wood buttons as the centers. And I used a different cut file for the leaves on these. This is a Cut Shop cut file for this. And yeah, I'm super happy with how this one came out. Really like that one. Also for my wild hair kits, I do have a process video for this one too. This one is just kind of a fun, kind of whimsical scene that I did. And I think it turned out pretty cute. Now onto my citrus twist kits. I played along with almost all the sketches for the month, which was kind of fun. Sketches I think I really like sketches. I know some people don't like sketches and don't find them useful or helpful, but I think they're a great way to get an awesome page. And the Citrus Twist Kit sketches are by far my favorite sketches. So this was one of the sketches. I do have a process video on this. You can see how this came together using a sketch. But this is just a page about my son laying on my dog Folsom there. This was the first sketch of the month, and this was actually the blog post I did. So I do have a blog post on this one, and I have this Traveler's Notebook is also the same sketch. So I show kind of how you can use the same sketch to make two completely different pages. I don't think you can even tell that this was using the same sketch. Just looking at the two of them, I think they look different enough and are unique enough that I think you can't really even tell. Whoops. So those are the first sketch. This is for the 3 to Inspire blog post that me and Anna did. And you can check out the blog post on this. I don't have a process video or anything. But we chose 3 items to use. So we chose stamping, vellum, and the fabric tags. And I'm going to be completely honest that the fabric tags were really hard for me to use this month. Because I really liked the kind of light airiness of this collection, and the dark blue tags were just really difficult for me to use. So I painted mine and just kind of created my own little cluster here with it, which I think looks fine. Maybe a little bit of cheating for that, but that's okay. Anna's page looks amazing. She used the blue tags and her page looks awesome. So I'm actually really impressed with how she was able to use it, because I just couldn't make them work for me. The vellum, I just made a little pocket to put my journaling into, so that's like a little journaling tag there. That my vellum goes into, and then I stamped on this paper, and I think it just kind of looks like part of the paper, which is kind of neat. But I used the conversation stamp, which if you haven't seen the conversation stamp for Citrus Twist this month, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, you guys, I could use it on every single layout. It's so neat. It's got like this little typewriter font, and it's got all these cute little kind of, well, they're conversation starters. So they're like almost like journaling prompts for your pages, which is really great. But I've been using them on like all of my pages this month. I've been using that the stamp on, so it's been awesome. I really like that. This one I do have a process video for, and again, here's that stamp that I used again, and this is one of my favorite layouts I've ever made, just because of the story that goes along with it. So if you're interested in knowing what the story is with my dog and my kid here, you can go check out the process video and hear all about that and why this layout is titled Deja Vu. So that's my projects for the month. I hope you guys enjoyed them. Again, you can check out all the blog posts or process videos, and I will link everything down below that I can think of. Some of them don't have process videos or blog posts, so they're just, you know, there. But you can always check out my Instagram where I post all of my layouts. And I will see you guys soon. I think the next videos I have are going to be some unboxing videos. So I will see you soon with those. You guys have a great day. Bye.